So Victor Burns interviewed Noehflake and just interviewed Noehflake about her experience with Poppy. So we're gonna watch this together, okay, guys? All right.
Yeah.
I gotta get my old speakers hooked back up. All right. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So,
I feel bad for Noehflake. I do too. I feel very bad for Noehflake.
how's your Sunday going?
Well, I might have to periodically mute for the world's most violent and horrible cough, but like I'm alright.
Aw, she has such a nice voice. She's so sweet.
Not feeling super great.
Oh no, it's terrible.
That is unfortunate. If you need to, that's fine. If you need to jump off at any time, just let me know. And I only have like a few questions. That's all.
Yeah, it's fine. Like
I
I'm
just wanted to
entirely
clarify a
fine
few
other
things.
than like the cough from hell, which takes
Yeah.
all the wind out of me for a couple minutes, and then like that's it.
Oh,
Everything
okay.
else is like alright.
Okay. That's completely fine. So if you want to introduce yourself to the stream or whatever, that's completely fine.
Hi, I'm Noehflake. I'm an artist and author, I guess. Sort of aspiring author. I dated Poppy and dealt with Zena.
Oh, by the way, Poppy and Zena do have a new video out. It's just not related to anything. Drama. We can watch that after.
Dated Poppy and dealt with Zena. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Yeah.
when did you how did you meet Poppy and Zena? How did that come about?
I ended up meeting Poppy because she was talking, like, she made a thread at one point about talking about bottom surgery stuff, and it's been something that I've wanted for a long time. So I was like, hey, just asking a couple questions.
Okay.
And that's kind of like where I met her. And then of course she did what she normally does apparently, and she moved to DMs and pushed it to be very flirty and sexual, which, I didn't know who the hell she was.
Okay. So you didn't initiate any flirtatious conversation or sexual conversation with her. She was the one who
No,
initiated.
I mean that's her general MO is to like try and any trans women, just try and get them in the DMs and be flirty with them.
And you guys were you two were talking for what, a couple months? When did
it was like a month or two maybe in like DMs.
When did the conversation shift to visit?
Yeah, I believe their relationship was about 3.5 months.
Visiting, like actually doing a real life meet.
A real life meet, I think, was like a couple months in to actually.
What did I walk into? Abaddon, there is a new interview of Noehflake by Victor Burns. We are watching this right now, live, okay? We are watching this live. By the way, guys, press the like on my stream. Also, I'm going to give you guys the link to Victor's video, and you're going to go press like on his video, okay? So why can't I? Here, I'm going to post it in the YouTube chat, okay? You guys are going to go press the like button on his video, okay? To help him out. But also you're going to press the like on my stream right now, okay? Okay, here you go. All right.
Like dating.
Okay.
Because she wanted, like, she kind of packaged it along with, like, hey, come along and I'll get you a consultation, like, sign up for a consultation. And since it's here local, like, you could just come and visit for a week and then I'll take you down to it and stuff like that.
I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Was it just like a casual mention of that, or did it seem like it was like ultra, like, at what point did it start to get like ultra pushy? Like,
I mean,
did you
it was
start
like
to feel like you were
casual
being pressured?
And I was just like, well, I don't have the money for that. And then she's like, okay, well, like, I'll pay for it. And then you can just like fly over here and you can visit and we can do the consultation then and whatever. And it's like, okay. It seemed a little weird, but like, I guess.
Okay. So by consultate, what do you mean by consultation?
Oh, like a consultation is like a first appointment. Like you go there, you do the paperwork and whatever, and then you kind of
using surgery as leverage. Yeah, that's up. That feels really up, right? That feels really up. Hello? What? I'll pay for it? No way. No way. Holy. Poppy ain't paying for. Yeah. Wow, dude. Wow. Using surgery as leverage. That is a good point, Glitterbell. That's so up. That's actually super up.
just leave. Like, I already went through the consultation. It was literally like I drove 7.5 hours to get to Detroit just for them to like literally shake my hand and was like, "Here's some papers. All right, bye." And it was like 10 minutes. I'm not even kidding.
What was this? What was this for exactly?
Bottom surgery.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I'm a little.
Yeah. Like the first appointment, they basically for legal reasons can't do it over the phone because they need to ask a lot of like personal and private information, so you have to do it in person.
Okay, I see. All right. So
Yeah.
your thing was you were going to go up there to do bottoms or to begin the process,
Yeah.
and while there, you were going to meet up with Poppy and I don't know if Zena was in the picture at this time, but you were at the very least
I
going to
mean,
meet up with.
technically Zena's in the picture, but it was a case of like Poppy wanted me to spend a week with them, and like the beginning of that week was going to be me doing my consultation and whatever, and then like hanging out with them for a week. That was the whole plan of everything going on.
Oh, okay, okay. And what ended up happening with that? Like that just didn't like happen.
Oh, I mean, it got set up like because my consultation was set up in January, like around my birthday.
Huh.
And so like the relationship just didn't last that long.
Oh, okay.
Like I ended up breaking up with him like before that could even happen. So like I still had the consultation appointment and I still went, but I was broken up with Poppy by the time that happened.
Okay. So most of the information that I have is from these leaks and stuff. So a
Yeah.
couple of questions that like I'm curious about, and I'd like to know if you would be able to clarify for this.
No, probably.
Poppy claims to have DID, correct?
She claims to have OSDD, which is like DID, but it's kind of like the when you don't fall into like I think there's 4 or 5 different kinds of DID, and then there's just like the other category where it's like you just don't fall into any of the specific things of like the main ones, and then this is just the other.
Okay. So from what I was seeing, it was like when she would talk to you on Discord, she would use like emojis to like she would put an emoji
it's a
to
pretty
tell you
common thing
which
to
one of
do,
the
yeah.
altars are.
Yeah, it's the way to keep track of her different altars and everything like that. She does it a little differently than I do, but yeah.
Okay. Is there when you like talk to her on Discord, would she would she be like one altar in one line and then like switch to another altar on the next line or the next couple of lines? Did it seem like she was quick switching between altars at all?
She quick switches between them, but it's whenever she uses like another emoji. Like
Oh.
she does the way
Yeah,
that
you
she
can see. You guys remember we went through the logs and you can see Poppy's different altars coming out with each emoji that she would use. So yeah, there would be the pepper for pepper. There would be the peppermint for peppermint. There would be the penny for penny, you know? So
like it's written out is when she'll use an emoji for like the switch, and then every line after that until there's another emoji is that altar.
Yeah, because I saw some of the screenshots. It looked like she would go one line and then another altar literally on the next line.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you saw my stream. I was talking to someone who is a little more familiar with DID. Again, I don't know anything about DID or any of the other stuff.
OSDD. Like I think it's straight up DID, but like I do have like at least OSDD, and I know my system works a little differently than some that I've met, but
yeah,
I've met a lot of different systems, and hers is bizarre.
I'm not gonna speak for you or anybody else, but again, I don't know too much, but I'm sort of in disbelief that she actually has anything because of this. Like, I'm very suspicious.
Trust me, I'm suspicious too. Obviously, like
okay,
I don't know.
Switching like that,
I don't know her story like that, and I do know systems that will seamlessly switch around, but the way that she presents is very.
Here's the thing. It's not even that Poppy is switching between these super quickly. It's that Poppy avoids all accountability for her bad behavior by blaming it on her altars. She's LARPing an ERPG. Basically, yeah. These are just like This is just like her ERP characters or whatever. Cherry, basically Noehflake apparently drove and only saw them for like a few minutes because Noehflake was going to a consultation for like bottom surgery or whatever. Victor says she especially seems to switch frequently when she is trying to convince someone to forgive her, or in No's case, convince her to visit. Yeah. Hi, Kevin. Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah. Like it
Like,
seemed like
I'll leave it at that, at least in my
yeah,
opinion.
it
Like,
seemed
I
like
can't say whether she
TikTok
does or
DID
not,
to
but it's
me.
very strange.
It seemed a lot like TikTok style DID to me. Is the closest I can compare that to. Like people who have gotten caught, like, I don't want to say faking it because again I don't know everything about DID and I don't want to like put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah.
But it is very, very suspicious to me.
She claims to have an official diagnosis, but I mean, she claims to be an expert in a lot of things that she doesn't know the first thing about. So I don't, I don't know what she has or what she doesn't have for real.
Right. So what was the she keeps going on about this one big rule. What was the specific rule when it comes to that she had when it comes to polyamorous relationships and things about Metamours, I guess?
Oh God.
Like can you tell me specifically what her rule was?
So what she told me, not really at the beginning, but like she kind of ended up telling me at one point that like some of Zena's old partners abused her in some way or like physically abused her. And I like no one knows what this story is about because like there's never more information than that. But like according to her, like some of Zena's old partners or like an ex-partner abused Poppy, and therefore Poppy doesn't like to deal with or hear about any Metamours whatsoever for the entire relationship.
Now, it seemed like she was
also,
phrasing
like,
that as sexual,
doesn't
though.
seem to care about telling you about her Metamours, like her other partners.
Yeah, this is
like,
this is a good point by Noehflake, that this courtesy that she expects from her partners is not extended to her partners, I guess.
She will freely tell you about like all of her different partners and stuff. To a point. She hides a lot of her relationships from people.
Okay.
I actually went most of my relationship without knowing that she had another girlfriend, so that was the thing. But like she doesn't want to hear about any partners whatsoever. You are hers and hers alone in her mind.
Right. I saw a video when I was on Friday when I was doing stuff about her talking about the whole mine thing. And yeah, that is, to me, that's very suspicious behavior, but like, or that's very like selfish behavior, but that's.
So this is something that I found out later. She's talked about it to other people, but she likes to practice what's called triangulation.
What does that mean?
If you look up triangulation on Google, like it is absolutely a narcissistic practice of basically just keeping all your partners in the dark from each other. And like
Stardust, she hid Sage from Noehflakes. Yeah, damn. Wow. Poppy was boosting one stream that she yelled at her therapist for trying to tell her she was not SA'd. So she may have badgered from someone. I don't think she was yelling at her therapist, but I think the therapist wanted to move on. And then Poppy got really upset by that or something. Damn. Triangulation. Somebody called it. I think Glitterbell called that.
Giving them no information about each other and anything like that. Like it's
diagnosis.
It's like a super abusive like manipulation tactic of like controlling a whole bunch of relationships at once.
Called triangulation?
It's called triangulation. It's like just reading about it feels gross, but it feels very accurate to what she does with all of her relationships.
Is that a polyamory thing?
No, it is a narcissistic thing.
Well,
it's an abuser, like a narcissistic abuser thing.
I was looking up triangulation and polyamory. It's like often occurs when a person repeatedly vents or complains about one partner to another. And then they are dismayed when the two partners don't get along. Tends to freeze conflict that that's something I'll check out.
Yeah.
When did you decide? Like when was your decision that like you just didn't want to be a part of the relationship anymore?
It all started kind of going downhill at around like I would say month 2, but like definitely by month 3 because it was only like 4 months long.
This was November.
Like the relationship was definitely burning out for me, and I just I wasn't getting any time to myself or time to do anything that I wanted to do. She was basically like literally cannibalizing every ounce of time that I had, and I was like staying up later and like getting less sleep and stuff. And it was absolutely
I have said multiple times that like I noticed like cult-like behavior with Poppy and Zena, and like definitely the cannibalizing all of your time is something that a lot of like cult do to people, making it so that like all of your time, you don't have any free time and that you don't have time to think, you know, is basically that's something that's something I've definitely noticed. Jeez, it sounds draining. I mean, that's the point of it, right? Glitterbell says she devours affection and prevents people from getting affection from people other than herself. Yeah, that's a good point, Glitterbell.
burning me out, like to a point where it wasn't sustainable.
You
My
tip-
other
you-
relationships were starting to suffer and stuff like that. So I was just like, I'm just gonna be like, I was trying to make it to January. I was literally like doing everything I could and trying to be like, hey, maybe we should shelve some of these difficult topics and everything like that, and like maybe we should stop trying to like literally in every conversation bring up this thing that keeps setting you off. Like maybe we should just chill out for a little bit and get to January. And
Mm.
she couldn't even do that. Like literally every time that we would talk, it would be some sort of like problematic or difficult topic. She just kept bringing it up.
And when did you officially tell her that you were just done? You didn't want to be in anything of a relationship with her anymore.
That was
Because from
before
what I
that,
read, it was like near Christmas, like Christmas Eve,
it was
near
it was
like
the day before Christmas Eve or something like that. Like
yeah.
whatever that weekend was. Like I didn't even want them to come down. I was just like just go away, basically. Like I'm over it. I'm done.
What was Poppy's reaction to that?
Well, it switched over to all of her different altars, like one after the other, as she was trying
Yeah.
to do the same thing
That's
that she
it.
does every single time that there was any difficult situation. And she literally cycles through all of her altars, trying to shout at me and then beg at me and then plead with me, and then like round and round and round and round they just keep going until they try and wear you down. Like it's literally what she did multiple times throughout the relationship, is she would just keep cycling through them. And
That's nuts. That was Noehflake getting like a few hours of sleep over several days. Damn. Yeah, that is super. Yeah. And Cactus asks, why do Poppy and Zena have to visit together? I don't understand it. They're literally joined at the hip. I don't understand it. Why can't Zena just knit at home? That's a good question. Damn. Yeah. How does having altars work when counseling someone, especially if Poppy makes it seem like the switches are uncontrollable? I don't know. Yeah, sleep deprivation is very cult vibes as well. Wear her down, exhaust her, get her to submit. Yeah. Sad. Okay. Usagi 393. This is so out of pocket. Okay. How did Poppy hold down a job if she's cycling through 50 altars in one night? God damn. Jesus Christ, dude. LOL, your counselor is suddenly a 12-year-old Thai British sex worker with a magical vag or some. Damn it, dude. Poppy says the 200 pages of screenshots are out of context. Maybe if we had another 5,000 pages of screenshots, we'd see how Poppy is. Oh, okay. Yeah. Love to see that. That would be amazing.
like you would kind of like need to comfort one of them because the other ones are upset or something like that, and then she would just keep going and going. I described it as a whirlpool because that's what it felt like.
Like being caught in a tornado almost.
Yeah, it was like an emotional abuse tornado, and it just like kept happening.
So yeah, from what I was reading of all the screenshots, I don't know who the screenshots came from. I'm guessing they came from you, right?
Yeah, they all came from me.
Okay. It seemed like you over those past few, like, is it accurate to say over those past few like days since you let Poppy know that you weren't interested anymore after everything that happened, which it seemed like that started from you just mentioning, like, from what it looked like, she asked you what your plans were and you told her that you were going out with, I believe it was somebody by the name of Sora, like literally for like a morning date or whatever.
Well, yeah,
And that was like
I told her,
the whole,
okay, so
that
the
seemed
last
to be
time-
where everything
the last time
exploded.
that I had a morning date with somebody, like I told her that I was gonna have a date in the morning and whatever, and she made the largest deal about it that I've ever seen anyone make about just me spending like 4 hours of time with somebody. So this time I didn't tell her that it was a date. I just told her that I had plans that were going to start at around noon. And I was still talking to her because the plans like hadn't started yet or whatever. Like the person basically Sora just hadn't woken up yet. And like then she just kept you can see it on the screen. Like she kept asking me what was my plans? What
Yeah,
was my
I'm
plans?
gonna
And it's like,
screen share
well,
it with you.
the plan should be starting soon and whatever. And then she got super pissed off because I basically was like, it's a date with Sora.
Yeah. And she asked, like, literally, she said, so this was what I was trying to clarify. When she says she doesn't want to hear about Metamours, does she mean at all or sexually? Because what she was saying was, it seemed like sexually.
Them at all, but she will ask about that. Like, she will poke and prod until she gets an answer of, like she needs to know everything of what's going on. But, like, if you tell her it's anything involving a Metamour, which, I was trying to hide from her because she doesn't want to hear about it and then makes the largest deal in the world about it if she does hear about it. And it's like, okay, well, I wasn't going to tell you about it, but you kept asking me.
Can I ask, what does it mean when, what does green light mean?
Can I just, let me just rewind a little bit here. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Well, yeah, let me just.
That I had plans.
Like a morning date or whatever.
Well, yeah,
and that was
like
the whole.
Well, okay, so
that seemed to be where everything exploded.
The last time that I had a morning date with somebody, like I told her that I was going to have a date in the morning and whatever, and she made the largest deal about it that I've ever seen anyone make about just me spending like 4 hours of time with somebody. So this time I didn't tell her that it was a date. I just told her that I had plans that were going to start at around noon. And I was still talking to her because the plans like hadn't started yet or whatever. Like the person basically Sora just hadn't woken up yet. And like then she just kept you can see it on the screen. Like she kept asking me what was my plans? What was my plan?
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you up to? Can I have some plans? Yeah. True. This is so true what Noehflake is saying.
I'm gonna screen share it with you.
The plan should be starting soon and whatever. And then she got super pissed off because I basically was like, it's a date with Sora.
Yeah. And she asked, like, literally.
Yeah, she's asking you to break the boundary that she put up there. And you're trying not to break it. And then she just keeps asking. And then, and then of course it's going to happen.
She said, so this was what I was trying to clarify. When she says she doesn't want to hear about Metamours, does she mean at all or sexually? Because what she was saying was, it seemed like sexually.
At all. But she will ask about that. Like she will poke and prod until she gets an answer of like she needs to know everything of what's going on. But like if you tell her it's anything involving a Metamour, which I was trying to hide from her because she doesn't want to hear about it and then makes the largest deal in the world about it if she does hear about it. And it's like, okay, well, I wasn't going to tell you about it, but you kept asking me.
Can I ask, what does it mean what does green light mean?
Sucks. Dude.
So that's a the way to describe it is like I'm blanking on the word at the moment.
Are you like asking permission for something or
no? Oh, yeah. So it's kind of like if during a difficult conversation someone would say like red light, that means that the conversation needs to like end right there because it's a bit too much. It's like too distressing or whatever.
It's a safety
if they say
boundary.
like yellow light, then it's like maybe proceed but with caution kind of thing. And in a green light is like I need maybe bring this up so that we can like talk about it kind of thing.
Like safe signals in a conversation basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's so weird. The level of control Poppy needs makes her completely incapable of poly or even maintaining regular friendships. Cactus says Poppy is the last person who should be doing this poly. Yeah, I would agree with that. I have to highlight one thing. Are Metamours like Animorphs from WS? Nice one. How should No have answered Poppy's question? If she didn't answer, Poppy would probably still have thrown a fit about not knowing. Yeah, that's true as well. Very true as well.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
Like, should I have asked for a green light? And then she's like, was that bad? No. Should he have asked for a green light? Probably, because I just woke up. Like, I don't know that she just woke up.
I don't know. Like, if that's the case, I don't know why you would ask for specific details of a plan then.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't tell her because it was like it was gonna happen, and she didn't need to know.
Okay.
Like, she didn't even tell me about a whole girlfriend. Like, why do I need to tell her about every little interaction with people?
What was after all of this happened, like, and it looked like you were getting, from what it looked like she would let you sleep, like Poppy would let you sleep for like 3 hours and then immediately go back to texting you again. And it's like,
Oh yeah.
is that accurate to say that you got very little like
Yeah, I was getting
sleep?
very little sleep. Like my normal bedtime, like I was saying, is like 2 or 3 p.m. and she was like trying to text me and doing like she was basically breaking into like important conversations at around 2 or 3 p.m. and then
Damn.
would like keep them up until like 4, sometimes 5 o'clock.
Yeah. That it would look like you guys would go 8-9 hours of conversation.
That's wild, yeah.
It looked like a lot.
Yeah, it was exhausting. It was like,
Oh my god, Eric Baker says, given the amount of selfishness Poppy has shown, I can almost guarantee that Poppy is extremely bad at sex. Jesus! Eric! Oh my goodness! Kind of true though. Like, usually people who are selfish in the bedroom are, not the greatest at sex, but Also, Poppy had an entire secret girlfriend, but No was the cheater and accused of still dating Amy behind her back. The hypocrisy just never ends. Yeah, it is. It is astounding. It is astounding. Wow.
like literally exhausting every single day.
Did you ever just like put like was it Discord through phone or computer? Did you ever just put it on mute or anything of that sort to like get away from it?
Yeah.
And if
Oh, yeah.
so, like what was her reaction to that?
She would just get pissed. She would get super, super angry and then like super depressive and then start talking like almost suicidal and then
Oh
she
my
would like just
god.
keep going in that kind of cycle.
Okay. Has she ever threatened to harm herself if you didn't do something that she asked you to do?
It's never been like a direct like if you don't do this I will kill myself. Like
Uh-huh.
she's never that direct, but she will allude to it and being like with the whole Amy situation where she was like, well, I had to take all the guns out of my house because I didn't feel safe and like
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I agree with Noehflake on this that like, yeah, saying something like that, "Oh, I had to take all the guns out of my house to be safe." Yeah, that's very clearly implying that like you're going to hurt yourself because of this person's actions, right?
the things that she made me want to do and that's your fault for not controlling her and stuff like that. And it's like she would make it sound like, if I didn't do everything exactly correct, then she was going to kill herself because of this situation. Like she never like directly would say it, but she would always allude to doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, it would be like you're saying it would be like teasing it, basically.
Yeah, it's always like teasing it, and it's honestly, I don't believe she was ever suicidal.
Okay.
Like I think it's just a threat.
Because it seemed like there was a direct like statement of if you don't break up with this Amy person, I'm going
Yeah.
to do this kind of thing. Did
Well,
she
it
ever say
was-
just
it was like-
directly like I'm going to
It was
do it?
more of like you need to break up with her because she's the person who almost made me kill myself. Like you
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I would say that that is abusive behavior. Even if it's not like, even though Poppy herself is not saying, if you don't break up with her, I'm going to kill myself. Even her saying like, oh, you have to break up with this person because this person makes me want to kill myself. I feel like that's abusive. That is abusive behavior. That just plain and simple, black and white. That is abusive behavior. It's crazy. It's just so predatory how Poppy uses her training as a counselor to manipulate and ruin the lives of extremely emotionally vulnerable people. Yeah.
need to do this because like if not, I don't know how I can handle myself. And like if you don't do this, I don't know how I can keep going on without this. Like, it's never direct with her. Like she's always really like vaguey, like plays around with the idea of it, but it's like it still is along the lines of like if you don't do this, I will kill myself. It's just in that much more like I can get away with being a little bit more vague and manipulative if I say it this way.
During all of this, was there ever any? I just want to make sure ahead of time. Was there ever any attempt from her to? I don't know how big her platform was at the time. Her and Zena's platform was at the time. Was there ever any attempt of hers to like weaponize her platform against you, like her YouTube or anything during the relationship at least?
Nope, she basically kept like all of that to herself. She was kind of pissy that I never joined her her Discord community, but otherwise, like, no, she was surprised at one point that I said I watched one of her videos because I just I was curious, so I just watched one of her videos. But
Okay.
otherwise, like, she never talked about any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Poppy is very pedantic about this stuff. She insists I've never made a suicide threat, which she can probably technically defend. But obviously she says things that are absolutely suicide threats. Yeah, they are. They are. And it's abusive. And she should know that. She should know that. I know a person from a friend who is like Poppy in a lot of ways. The feeling unsafe with weapons comment was absolutely a do as I say or what I do is your fault tactic. Yeah. It's crazy. I should join the cult. Would she buy me boobs? Look, I don't think that happened here, right?
So you tell her, I don't know how many times you told her specifically. How many times did you tell her that you weren't interested in meeting at the hotel and everything after Christmas or whenever it was? Like how many times did you, like, just base number, like how many times did you tell her you weren't interested in meeting anymore?
I don't entirely know because I was very disassociative and it wasn't necessarily like me telling her. Like, it was my headmate was the one that was basically like doing the whole breakup.
Okay.
But I don't know. It was like a while of me being like, just go away, basically, like stop talking to me. I think at
Do you
one
ever tell
point
her directly,
we like
go
actually
away?
muted her.
You ever tell her directly, go away? I don't want to speak with you anymore. Leave me alone.
I don't remember, honestly.
Okay.
Like, it was just a blur of many, many, many hours.
Right. So at some point she finally, I guess, breaks you down and you decide, okay, I'll still meet with you guys at the hotel and
That
stuff,
was
right?
Xena. Like, we ended
Oh,
up talking
Xena?
to like Xena
Yeah,
instead
what
of
was, you know what? I
Poppy.
should have asked that.
it was
what was
Xena who
how
did
much
a lot of convincing, honestly, which is so weird. Like imagine being the Ghilaine Maxwell of like a super niche, super online community. Like, what the dude? Why did it even matter whether or not she joined this Discord community? What? Poppy doesn't want someone unless they're also a fan of hers? That's super weird. She straight up wants a cult. I think, I think it's normal if you want your partners to care about, like, the work that you do, right? Especially if they, like, are familiar with your work or whatever, or they've been, they previously were. But, yeah, I get why. I would get that this is kind of weird. It's not really necessary for Noehflake, especially since it seems like Noehflake was not really familiar with Poppy's work. So, Dina's the one who promised and then backstabs. No, yeah. If you don't like the stream, my child altar will be suicidal and it will be your fault, chat. Stardust probably. True, guys. If you don't like this stream, if you don't press the like button, my child altar is gonna throw a fit, okay? And might drink some rat poison or something. The Maxwell comparison is darkly appropriate. Can someone please Photoshop Poppy and Zena onto a picture of Epstein and Ghilaine? Oh my god. Glitterbell says, not enough people liked Stardust last stream, and my Gregnant alt lost the baby. That's true! Alright, I need to sleep. Will you be making this into a video soon, Stardust? I might. If I do, it's probably gonna be a bit delayed because I'm like the only person editing, so I'm probably gonna be... It's probably not going to be up for at least a few days, if not longer. So, but thank you for doing this excellent interview, Victor. Hope you're doing well. And thank you. Have a great night. Go to sleep. Sleep well. So, damn.
Was Xena involved in this conversation between you and Poppy?
Stardust, just have your alters edit. None of my alters are good at editing, okay? Well, actually, they're all good at editing. Just all of them vehemently hate editing with, like, a passion. So, please do make a video. I am clout hungry and need to hear you compliment how well I did. I am not a narcissist. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. If you don't break up with all your partners for me, my underage furry altar will grow up to be just like the quartering. Jesus. Epstein had an island. Poppy has a goon cave. Yeah. All my altars are just me, but taller. Nice.
Like, because there are some texts or some DMs or whatever between you and Xena.
Yeah, I think what happened was eventually
on the 21st
we,
at 1 in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up like blocking Poppy eventually just to get her to shut up. And then Xena started messaging us and was like poking us about, like, basically just guilt tripping us into going still because they spent money on the hotel room and whatever. And apparently they couldn't get a refund at this point.
Well, that sounds like a them problem, honestly. But
Yeah, it was.
do you think that Poppy sent Zena to like get in contact with you to try to pull you back in?
I don't think Poppy sent Zena. Zena seems to do a lot of this on their own.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of times that Poppy will say and do stuff and like maybe might start relenting, and then Zena will absolutely like push from the background.
Okay.
So I think this was Zena was still trying to like do all this on their own.
Okay. And that looked like you guys were you two were talking for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
And
It
then
was a while.
yeah, and then less than 5 hours later, you're back to talking to Poppy.
Yeah, I just unblocked her at that point because it's like, well, if I'm gonna meet up with them again, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm just looking at this, and it's like one line emoji,
Yep.
another line emoji, another line emoji, another line emoji, and it's like,
No, yeah. Oh, trust me, and this is where I also met Peppermint, like for the first time ever. Like they just showed up out of nowhere. There's a new alter, like literally that I'd never met before.
yeah, that makes me to me that makes me super suspicious. But
Yeah,
that,
no, that
yeah.
was super sus
That is super
to
sus.
me too.
Yeah, that makes me extremely suspicious about that. But so they come down. What was the date they came down exactly? Was it after Christmas?
No,
On
it
Christmas.
was before
Before?
Christmas.
Before?
Okay.
It looks like the 23rd. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's literally because she posts here. She said she's 6 minutes away from your house, and all she keeps telling you to do
Yeah.
is go home. So you're telling them still while they're in town, I don't want to see you. Correct? Am I
Well,
right on
'cause
that?
I did go. So I went over for like one night. I mean, I got there in the evening, and then I left like the next day.
Okay.
And then, yeah, like the whole time after I left, she was just texting me relentlessly, being like, please come back, please fix this, come back, fix this.
Damn.
And it's like, there's nothing to fix, it's over. And then she just kept saying, well, you need to fix this. This is your fault. And like that kind of And then she was like posting through it on Twitter the whole time. And yeah, like,
I don't
she-
want to go into too much like detail with the
Yeah.
sex and everything, but I do want to know who initiated.
her.
Okay.
Poppy initiated, of course. Of course. Imagine initiating and then claiming rape. Holy.
Did everything. I was like so completely out of it that I
Yeah, I mean, Noehflake, it was very clear through the logs that Noehflake was disassociating through like so much of this, right? I can only imagine she was probably disassociating in person as well. You know, it's a stressful situation.
basically was just like a body for most of that trip.
Yeah. Did you, to the best of your knowledge, did you make it absolutely clear that like you still had no interest in being in an actual relationship?
I mean, she at one point
before she
said,
was sexually intimate with you.
She asked me if we could pretend that we were okay for the trip, like beforehand. So that's like
If
she
you could
literally asked me to
pretend?
pretend to be all right, and I was like, okay, I can try.
If you could, wait, hold on. If you could pretend?
Yeah, she literally
That's-
asked me that before the trip.
That is kind of what, yeah, no, if you guys remember, Poppy says, can you say you love me and see if you feel anything? And then Noehflake said, I love you. And then Poppy says, did you feel anything? And then Noehflake says, no. So that was definitely a thing. It was like, can you pretend? Can you know, like what the, you know?
Okay. All right. That's
I have that screenshot somewhere. That's buried
That's what Noehflake is referring to here.
somewhere.
if you want to send that to me, I'll absolutely highlight that.
I will
when I can.
attempt to find it. There is
Okay.
I have so many screenshots, man.
Sure, absolutely. So everything physical happens. When did you let them know that you were basically, again, like for that umpteenth time, done with this?
I'm just putting skip silence on, guys.
Probably
There's too
not
many
coming back,
silences.
et cetera, kind of stuff. And what was Poppy and Zena's reaction both? Did they, what I'm trying to find out is, did they physically hold you like and not allow you to leave the hotel?
I mean, like, I was grabbing everything and putting it away in my suitcase because like I had stuff kind of all over the place a little bit. And she came over to the door and was like, they have one of those like the little half a walk-in closet thing right next to the door.
Yeah.
And she was like kind of still shouting at me and telling me to like, don't do this, like this is a problem between me and Zizi, like this doesn't have anything to do with you and like whatever. Because like Zizi wanted to basically go back home and like spend time with someone that like actually wanted to spend time with her for Christmas. That's her words.
Yikes. Yikes! Zizi was feeling not appreciated during that. Damn.
Or their words, sorry. Because like Poppy had basically just been ignoring them like the entire time that we were there in the hotel room. They
focus
were
was
basically
basically
like
on you.
keeled over in bed, like in pain the entire time. And I was like, Poppy, maybe you should like
What the? Zena keeled over in pain, and Poppy is not paying attention. We don't need to worry about Zena erasure from anybody else except from Poppy herself. Like, holy moly. Wow. Wow, what the? There's something pissing me off in a very special way about just pretend to be normal. Bitch, you're a therapist. Can you pretend to be normal? Oh my god. Damn, even Xeno's like, this. Oh my gosh, Zena erasure confirmed. Yeah, biggest Zena eraser is Poppy. Zena cock blocking Poppy with a headache is funny as fuck to me. Well, technically it didn't cock block Poppy, I think. Zena truly was sent to the cuck chair. Yeah. So Poppy started sex with an asexual woman she pressured into coming to the hotel, who was disassociating from the distress, forced them to say, I love you, and somehow Poppy is the victim. Yeah. Oh my god. Cactus. Even Poppy knows Zena is faking their shit for attention. Jesus. Zena in the cuck chair is canon. Yeah, it is. It's canon now. This is the one migraine where Poppy gave no shit about. Yeah. Wow.
stop ignoring Zizi and like go and like pay attention to them because they're like in pain. And yeah, Poppy just kept ignoring them anyway. So
Yeesh. Okay.
so yeah, so like they started arguing in the morning and like got into like a screaming match over like Zena wanting to go home.
And you were present for that.
And I was present. Like I had already been awake for several hours at that point, and I was like getting really hungry, and like I had to use the bathroom. Like I was just annoyed and over it at that point because they just kept going.
Did you ever mention any of that to them? Like I gotta bounce. Like I'm starving. I gotta get out of here. Like
we were talking about getting food like before the argument started, and I think it was at like 9 a.m., like 7 or 8 a.m., something like that, like somewhere between that amount of time. And like they were still arguing at like 2:40.
No,
like I remember,
you've got to be kidding me. That's so stressful. Can you imagine being there to hook up with somebody, see if you still have feelings for them? They initiate sex or whatever. Well, not even hook up, right? You show up to this hotel because, you know, you did have feelings for this person. You're trying to see if you still have feelings for this person. And then that person is fighting with their partner, arguing with their partner for like 5 hours. What the this is why Zena is so insecure about their relationship. They know Poppy is one hookup away from ditching them. Yeah. This chick shows up and fights with their partner in front of you on a, like, hookup date. Dude. It is actually so good. It's everything we imagined. So Zena could travel with Poppy to some random hotel, but couldn't drive Spawn to the pharmacy to get medication that they needed to not collapse from their pots. Good question, Cactus. Very good question. Priority list. Current hookup, then Zena, then Discord kittens, then her kid. Damn. Damn. You guys are brutal in the chat. Oh my goodness. You guys are so brutal.
It was after like 2 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they were still arguing over this like stupid plane ticket. And it's like they were like, I guess the airport that Zena had even like looked at was 2 hours away anyway. Like they weren't even gonna make it to the plane by that point anyway.
So they never asked you to like leave the room or whatever. It was like, hey, can we handle this without you kind of situation? I'm sorry, kind of thing. They just let you sit there and witness this whole thing.
Like,
yeah, apparently they scream all the time. Taliesin Oberlander, oh my god. Hey, me and my partner saw you, and we both like your vibe. Want to go with us to our hotel so you can listen to us scream for 12? We need to make a meme of that. I'm gonna make a meme of that. That is so good. That's so funny. Oh my god. I might not even make into a meme. I'm just gonna tweet it out. Oh my god. This is too good. It's so yeah. I'm yoinking it, Taliesin. I'm yoinking it. Noah's like, can I leave? And Poppy's like, this is what intimacy looks like. Screaming. Oh my god, dude. That's so becoming a tweet. That is so becoming a tweet. Yeah, just screaming at one partner while on a date with another is like a joy. God, dude. I have to find it now. Let me find the picture of the two of them. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the picture? Here it is. Okay, I got it. I got it. I might crop it though, so it fits. I love this. It's so good. Taliesin, you are such a genius. I'm gonna post it. This is so, oh god, it's such a banger. It's such a banger. Oh my goodness.
I was just there in the room, and they just kept going back and forth with each other, and I was
We have to make things work so I can yell at you like this later too. It's terrible.
just like, all right, I'm done. And I just got up and I started grabbing all my stuff and putting it away in a suitcase. And then I went for the door, and Poppy was like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. I can't deal with this. Like, I was like, y'all deal with your own thing. I'm like, if you
Yeah.
guys are worried about money and all this, just go home together. It's like, just leave, just drive back home.
Yeah, that
Like,
makes
it's a lot
absolute
cheaper than a
sense to me.
goddamn plane ticket.
I would not want to be present for that either. Like, I don't want to be the third wheel in somebody's screaming match either.
Exactly.
Like,
And it's like, you know what? It was a financially smarter decision on like to send them back home together.
Mm.
Because at that point, like, they're worried about spending the money on a plane ticket, and it's like, well, you might as well just drive back. Because
Yeah.
like, it's just the two of you. Just go.
So that's a new detail, right? That Zena was thinking of flying back. That is a new detail. So yeah, I think that's pretty indicative that things are not going well, that Zena is thinking about flying back because Zena is so uncomfortable or upset or whatever, what's going on. Zena's throwing a tantrum because they have competition, the battle of FPs, and something tells me Poppy would choose no over Zena anyway if she got the chance. I think you're right about that. Who's being interviewed? No? Yeah. No is the one being interviewed. So I love that Poppy guilted No with money and then quit her job so that she could about No online. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
so what was?
And, yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So that's where she started. Like, she came over to me and she broke down on the ground and she grabbed a hold of my suitcase and like death gripped it and like wouldn't let go of like the suitcase. And that's why like I literally couldn't leave without my.
Yeah. So she was basically physically, not necessarily like standing in front of the door, but she was trying to hold on to your stuff to keep you from leaving.
Yeah, like she was sitting next to it on the floor, like holding onto my suitcase, and like there wasn't a way for me to get it away from her. Like, I'm very weak. She's bigger than me. So like, yeah.
Yeah. Plus you're running on no sleep and et cetera for however long.
Oh yeah, I was exhausted.
Yeah. So that's obviously going to take a toll. Yeah. How long was she like, how long was Poppy keeping you there? Like how long would you say from the moment you said, I'm going, to her grabbing the suitcase to you finally getting out of that hotel room and leaving? Like, how long of a time frame would you say that was?
God, that
to the best
like,
of your knowledge.
Me trying to leave was probably like an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours.
That is so wild. That's so wild. From what I know, Noehflake is like 5'7" or 5'8", and Poppy is like 6'2". So like you do kind of have to think about things like Noehflake is known for being kind of smaller, and you know, somebody is grabbing and has a death grip on your suitcase and you're trying to leave. That is, you know, that's closer to assault than anything that Noehflake did to Poppy, honestly. And I would go, you know, like that is just so, it's frightening. I would have called the police. Like if we're being real here, like the situation with like my assault was like when I was trying to leave after the incident, like the person was like physically holding me back from leaving and kept trying to like physically stop me from exiting. So like that is just so, yeah, I don't know. And that's hard when somebody is larger than you and they're doing that to you. That's hard. So yeah, that's wild. It's like, maybe it's not like straight up assault because, you know, I don't know. what Poppy is doing. And no, I mean, I think it would be, right? If you're physically stopping somebody from leaving, that has to be. Like, holy. Well, here's the thing. Poppy was apparently in front of the door and preventing Noehflake from leaving. Like, that is so reminiscent of, like, you know, like, that's something, like, you would feel like your life is in danger, you know? You would feel like your life is in danger. Especially if there's already screaming going on in the hotel room, or there's at least arguing, and then this person is holding you up for 2 hours. That's, oh my god, that's frightening. That's frightening for anybody. I'd feel like a hostage. Yeah, it is basically like a hostage situation. Terrible. Hi, King Koshi. There is a link to this interview. I'll link it in the YouTube chat, okay? I think Poppy was on the ground clutching the strap of No's suitcase and maybe positioned in front of the door. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's, like, illegal, yes. You're not letting someone leave. That's just wrong. And as a therapist, you'd think Poppy would know what de-escalation is best. Yeah. Oh my god, Eric! Besides being taller, remember that Poppy masturbates constantly, so her death grip on the luggage must be superhuman. Oh, you guys are terrible. Just clutching onto her belongings so she couldn't leave, right? Yeah, and she was also on her knees begging in front of the door, like obstructing her from leaving through the door. God, Eric. Jesus Christ, Eric. This is, I mean, it's comedy gold, but good God. Why? Eric, how are you consistently funny as fuck? It is true. Eric always has, like, such funny bangers in the chat. Stardust, unlawful detainment could actually rise to kidnapping depending on how that law is written in that state. Jeez. I want to know what Zizi was doing during this. I think Zizi was just shouting things to, like, guilt trip Noehflake into staying, if I recall correctly.
Almost 2 hours of her physically keeping you from leaving.
Like holding onto my, crying, like not letting me go, like that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, it was probably like 2 hours.
Did Zizi ever tell her, hey, let go of her, let her go?
Nope. Zizi was in fact also trying to guilt trip me from the bed across the room the whole time. And like
Yep, see? Zizi was trying to guilt trip Noehflake from the bed across the room. That is crazy. That is crazy. It's just such a hostile environment. Already Noehflake was not feeling comfortable with these two, but she decided to, like, just go because she thought she still had feelings. And then she ended up going, and then they're fighting. And then, you know, while they're fighting, she tries to leave, and then Poppy starts, you know, crying and holding on to her suitcase. Like, yeah, it's a hostile situation. I don't know how I would react. And also, remember, Poppy is larger and probably stronger than Noehflake. She really is Poppy's Ghilaine. Holy shit. Yeah. Sorry, they. Zena in bed making everything worse once again. What a shocker. That's so funny. One woman crying on the ground, begging you, and another person sitting on a bed on the other side of the room yelling at you. So hot, yeah. Wow. I bet the frequency of the migraines would go down if they stopped fighting so often. Stress is a major trigger. True. I think they should just break up. I don't think Poppy's meant to be in a relationship with anybody. And I think Zena needs to work on some, you know? Like, goddamn.
creepy, calmly casual, like therapist way. It was bizarre, like snarky, and just wasn't necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what was some of the stuff that she said? Like,
being
can you
like,
give
well,
me an
you
example?
came here to fix this. Like, we were here to fix our issues together. And like, and it's like Zena was like literally crying about wanting to leave and go back home and like spend time with people that cared about them and stuff like that. And like all of a sudden flipped a switch and was like, well, you came here to fix these things, and like trying to like Karen like side comment from like the bed. And it was like, I thought you were wanting to leave. Like, what are you doing?
It was kind of a switch back and forth almost.
Yeah.
Like
it
from
just
let's
switched
get
back
out of
to,
here
like, guilt-tripping me.
to no, I want you to stay kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds insane. Like,
It is. It literally was insane.
Yeah, that's like why I'm trying to wrap my head around it. All of it sounds so unhinged.
Well, in my mind too, like a visit like this is always something that is important in a relationship, because it's like it gives you a glimpse into like what living with this person might be like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry, but getting like, God, it wasn't even like 14 hours worth of experience of like quote unquote living with Poppy was like, this is the most hell I've ever seen of any hell. Like,
that is so wild. Deep Sea Monster says, I told you the migraine was fake. Okay, look, I'm not gonna say that, okay? Cactus says, let's be real. There is nobody back home who cares about Zena either. Jeez. Jesus. Zena voice. You came here to fix things. Listen to us fight so you can learn how. Amazing. Jesus.
Like, it was terrible.
I couldn't imagine how insane it would be to be around.
Friendly reminder that Spawn literally grew up with this. I can't even imagine. There would be no peace in that house. How can you even think, right?
Both of them in a situation like that. I think it was like a few days after you finally left that she started accusing you of I guess, for lack of a better word, sexually assaulting her. What was your initial reaction when you found out about that? Like, how did you find out about that?
Oh, thanks,
So
Zach.
I had already started messaging some of the other
Cactus asks, what's a more likely outcome? They live happily ever after or murder-suicide?
people that had like reached out after the breakup, because I started getting like a lot of messages from different people being like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you're out of that situation kind of thing. Like people were sending me messages all over the place. And I started hanging out with some of the people that had kind of like been exiled and like removed from her Discord community and stuff like that before, because they were like, they broke up with her or something along those lines, like that kind of thing. Like those people that were like excommunicated from her group. And some of them had started like asking questions and like reaching out about things. And that was like Milena and them.
Okay. Yeah,
trying to
Milena's
figure
like
things
her
out.
ex, if I remember right.
Yeah, honestly, like seeing that she started accusing me of sexual assault was like, I kind of laughed, because it's like the asexual girl who didn't even initiate anything, like
Yeah, that's so
assaulted
true.
you. Like what? Like the fact that she claims that like as soon as I left, like she started having like crazy symptoms about assault and everything like that. And it's like she was literally like begging me to stay and like yelling and screaming like nothing had happened up until the time that I left. Like she begged me to come back for like 8 or 9 hours or something until she finally left my state. Like what do you mean she has assault symptoms? Like
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody
she has
that
abuser symptoms, sure, but like that's not like she doesn't sound like a assault victim. She was like trying to chase me down and make me come back.
Yeah.
just to be clear, she's not claiming. I don't think she's claiming it was a like a physical held down kind of thing. She's trying to say it's
No, but
by
like that's what she
deception
claims that she has symptoms of.
Yeah.
of a
She's claiming that she has symptoms of an assault. I don't know what that even means. It's going to be different for everybody. It's going to be different for everybody. Like, nobody reacts the same. The only thing that I can say I've noticed for, well, actually, I can't even make generalizations. I mean, like, what Poppy describes as her symptoms just sound like the symptoms of a broken heart. That's it. Asexual people always out here trying to satiate their urges. Yeah. And I know it was like, Noehflake had, you know, intercourse with Poppy to like make Poppy happy, you know?
physical, like held down, like
Yeah,
okay.
she was saying like she's afraid of, like she was having like night terrors and like couldn't handle the darkness anymore and stuff, and like she was describing like the physical, like physically being held down symptoms, and it's like,
That makes
but
no
that
sense.
you didn't even say that happened. Like,
Yeah, that makes no sense.
yeah, nothing that she's said so far makes any sense.
Her sock says, can we get a trigger warning before you say intercourse with Poppy? Okay, no, I have to say something, okay? This is something that I can, so somebody sent me something, okay? And basically the gist is Poppy right now is trying to assert that Noehflake was using sex to test her feelings for Poppy and basically manipulating Poppy to get that sex. Asexual people don't really have a need for sex. Also, Poppy initiated it. How would Noehflake be the one manipulating sex out of Poppy if Poppy's the one who initiated it? Noehflake is asexual, and Noehflake, if Noehflake wanted to test her feelings for Poppy, she would do it in a different way other than sex. Sex wouldn't be the way that she'd do it, you know? Especially, sex is just not something that Noehflake seems to be into. But even if that were the case, even if, let's say, even if there was a case where, like, this was true, that Noehflake somehow manipulated Poppy into having sex with her and then dumped her afterwards. That happens to a lot of people. We don't call it. A lot of women are friends with benefits with a lot of people, a lot of dudes who give them the impression that there's going to be something more, and it never turns into anything more. And then they slowly stop getting called, and the guy only shows up, you know, whenever he wants to bang, and then yeah, we don't call it. But even that narrative is not correct here. Like, yeah, Poppy blatantly asked Noehflake to tell her that she loved her. Like, can you say that you love me so I can test? Can you say that you love me and see if you feel anything? And then Noehflake says, I love you. Poppy says, do you feel anything? And Noehflake says, I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't think so. It's like this entire narrative is incorrect. And to top it all off, Poppy's like, oh, Noehflake isn't really asexual. Crazy.
So what was your initial reaction to finding out that's what she was trying to say?
It's just strange. Like, it's so bizarre. Like, again, I keep describing it as like, it's weird reading about this horrible villain story that like has my name attached to it, but like has nothing to do with me.
Yeah. Like, she's literally took your picture and altered it with the word.
Her friend Annie Gale did. That was Annie
Somebody
Gale.
else did. Yeah, but she's posting it to
Yeah, she keeps posting it around everywhere.
To her platform.
She's like, she's super vain and like hates that if you send her a picture, she basically claims it as hers forever. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
she's
so
like,
up. By the way, how funny would it be if like there was like a picture going around of Poppy that had Predator on it in red letters? Like, she probably wouldn't like that, would she?
Super like into the weird like ultra dominant kink thing. Like, she claims people entirely and stuff like that. And if you send her pictures, those pictures are hers forever. She's got apparently like folders of nudes of people like organized on her computer that
is like, so disgusting. That is so disgusting. Oh my god, that is disgusting.
Sent her from the past. Like, she just holds on to all of it. Like, she's like really creepy.
That's wow. That's disturbing. That's extremely.
I would be so freaked out if an ex of mine had pictures like that. OMG, Poppy has a goon file system. Yeah, she does. A blackmail folder, basically. Blackmail goon folder. The Library of Conquest of Poppy's names. Okay, I don't need to see any of that, okay? I don't want to see that, okay? I feel like we've only seen others say that Poppy called it. We've seen Poppy straight up call it that on Twitter. And also in a live stream. Oh, I was just joking about that T413. Damn.
Disturbing.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I need to ask about it. Has she tried to contact you since accusing you of that at all?
Yep. Oh,
she
yeah.
has?
She sent me a couple text messages here and there being like, "Oh, I miss you so much. Like, I wish you would come back and I wish you would fix this," and like stuff like that.
This is after she called you.
Oh yeah. No, like after months of her abuse, like doing a harassment campaign, calling and everything, and she still sent me messages being like, "Man, I miss you so much."
Would you be willing to like, are those like phone text messages?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Redacting information because I don't want to dox anybody or have anybody's dox or anything. Would you be willing to send those to me?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that still. Hold on.
Okay.
I might have
like
deleted
just send those. Probably not here because I've got you
a
up.
text message somewhere.
If you're gonna send them here, that's fine. I'll just take you off the screen. I don't want to like dox a phone number or anything like that. Is what I'm saying.
I would love to see those as well, actually.
But yeah, I would love to see those because that would blow the whole accusation completely out of the water if she's contacting you after that.
Yeah, no, she literally did, and
because it looks like she's got accounts that are literally saying if you associate or talk to you, like she's going to block those people because they.
So Antenna Cactus says, didn't we have a picture of No over her face as a Twitter header for a bit? I don't know all of that, but I can say that she has it pinned. You can look at Poppy's Twitter account and you can see that the first thing that's pinned has this picture. It's pinned. And also, I believe one of Poppy's accounts is literally victim of Noehflake. Let me see if I can find it. Like, that is just straight up, like, lunatic behavior, you know? Yeah. Here it is. Poppy Diabolique, aka Noehflake Survivor. 42. Noehflake essayed me. Follow. BPD haver plural. That's so wild. Why would Poppy keep news of her exes? Isn't that kind of depressing? Unless Poppy only considers them as bodies and not as people. I don't know. I think it's probably a mix of like blackmail and also like being a gooner. But yeah, Poppy is very guilty of this. Poppy Diabolique, aka Noehflake Survivor, is like literally her name on one of her Twitter accounts. And then on her other Twitter account, she has the picture of Noehflake pinned where it's calling her. Fire socks. What the f? Can she pin one of Poppy's pictures in a larger font? We can win this game. Jesus Christ. What the f? You've got to be kidding me. That is so f***ed up. It's funny, but it's f***ed up. It's funny, but it's f***ed up. That's so insane and disgusting. How does someone get that kind of audacity? I mean, look, I'm going to be real. You know what? Hot take. This would actually be hilarious. This would actually... What Nairsox is suggesting here would actually be hilarious. That... God, dude. That would actually be hilarious. I can't endorse it, but it would be very funny. Damn, dude. I just noticed the toy shelf in the background of your meme. It really brings it together. Nice. If I knew how to use Photoshop, I would 100% do it. I wonder what picture would be best to use. I mean, maybe even this one. This one by itself is so funny. Like, who does this? I think this one needs to be done. I can Photoshop something with this. Though somebody just sent me this. I'm not going to say who sent it to me, but somebody just sent me something else. This is like the bad... God, remember Mama Max? And he did like this weird half face thing and it wasn't lined up. It was so funny. That's what this reminds me of. You need the GTA font? Yeah, I don't know what the GTA font is. Okay, but somebody sent me this. Okay, somebody already sent me something. This happened so quickly. You guys are just way too crazy. Is the other half their persona Lamau? Yeah, it is. It is. Wait, we have another one. We have another one. We have another one, guys. We have another one. We can use this one. We can use this one. Poppy saying, I love you, Noehflake. Half animal, half forced booty taker. Which Alter's persona is that? That's like Poppy's. Poppy's main persona is the hyena. That one would be perfect. That pic is nightmares. Oh my god. What an unfortunate photo. Ah, dude. Oh my god. You guys are too much. Okay, I'm getting so many messages now. This is Poppy. Star look in Discord, please. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna... Damn, dude. Take bets on how many violations Poppy has according to this. Let's see. What the f? That is just amazing. Here, okay, we can take bets on how many violations Poppy has according to whatever this is. 2014 ACA Code of Ethics. The American Counseling Association. Oh my god. Confidentiality and privacy. Professional responsibility. Distance counseling. Technology and social media. Ooh. Oh, not the ethics violation bingo card. I showed you my magic vaginal fluids. Please respond. Oh my god. You guys, I might actually save this. Yeah, this one is really good. This one would be perfect, honestly. Oh, ACA is known for publishing exact ethic violations for all future clients to see. LOL. Okay, we should go over this next. We can actually make a bingo card or something. That would actually be really funny. Damn, holy moly. But this one I'm saving as well because this is so funny. It reminds me just of the Mama Max photo. That's so funny because it's like slightly misaligned, you know? I hate it when people do that. I mean, it's super funny every time they do, but yeah. Star, I dare you to edit Poppy and whatever main RP character is and put it over over the person in the mirror. It would be really funny to have somebody recreate that. I'm genuinely so curious about how she was with her clients. Yeah, it's a good question. I think the price down is the GTA font. Yeah, I need to find that font. Okay, let's see. Let's listen to the rest of this and I'll look for the GTA font, okay?
I guess palling around with, in her words. But it's like, if she's still contacting you and trying to talk to you after the fact, like,
yeah.
Wow.
Here, it's got some from like January too, but that's fine.
What's the not the latest, but when was the last time she contacted you? Like the last time she talked to you or tried to send you a message? What month or date or whatever?
It was the end of January.
The end of January.
Yeah.
What
That
you
was I
doing?
blocked her after that, so then she probably couldn't reach out to me anymore. There you go.
It's here.
Hopefully my raid worked. Oh, Malcolm, thank you for the raid. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. $10 she was inappropriate with at least one client. Yeah. Malcolm, they were both here and in your stream, okay? They're good people, okay? They will keep your tab open. All right. Thank you so much, Malcolm, for the raid. Very kind of you. Oh my god. I've been told something that is very juicy. You guys will be happy. Okay. I came here because I like Stardust. Hi, Stardust. Sorry I'm late. Choosing between Malcolm and Stardust. Challenge impossible. Yeah, Malcolm's a really good streamer. You could always keep both of our streams open, you know? So, hi from Malcolm. Thanks. We haven't seen any client testimony coming to her defense. They could have offed themselves. Jesus Christ, Nair! Oh my god! Spill tea, yeah, don't worry. It'll happen. Don't worry. You guys will see. Paisley getting his bathroom time restricted. Oh. Damn. Okay. Well, again, thank you, Malcolm, for the raid. Very much appreciated. Poppy kill count 30. Stop! Stop it, guys. Okay. Let's resume this. I'm gonna look for the GTA font, okay?
Yeah, that doesn't look okay.
Yeah.
Use me to gauge your fucking faith. If you use, do not contact me again. If you do, it will be considered.
Whoa, Jenny! Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you. You guys are so distracting. You guys are so distracting. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. So base. Guys, if you like the content, please press the like button on the stream, on the YouTube stream, and consider becoming a member or super chatting. Or you alternatively can become a subscriber through Discord. We have subscriptions now. Or alternatively, you can also be a subscriber on Twitch. But yeah. Anyways, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you. Yeah, what a based Chad queen, okay? Chadette queen. All right.
So that's you on the right, correct?
That was for me. And
Okay.
then of
January
course, we
5th,
still needed to,
1:57
like,
a.m.
get a last
Understood.
jab in.
Goodbye. Thank you for once again not taking any responsibility. January 5th. Also, you still owe me money for plane ticket. 20 days later, I miss talking to you.
Yeah, she literally just kept trying. She tried to, like, I didn't have her blocked on Discord either, and she tried to, like, add me at one point, like,
I'm trying to get a damn
month.
Okay, I found the GTA font. I'm gonna make the meme
Into her harassment campaign.
So I'm comparing this. December 27th, she's accusing you of by deception. December 27th, December 28th, tagging the Amy person in this.
Yeah.
Et cetera. All of this still going on about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then
oh shit, M60 raid. You guys are so distracting. M60, thank you so much for the raid. Very much appreciated. Oh my god. Thank you, M60, for the raid. M60, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful night. I hope you had a great stream. You guys should go check out M60, because M60 is Chad King, okay? So, M60, thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Okay, YBE just sent me a meme, okay? You see this? You see this? Do you see this? Guess what YBE did? Guess what YBE did? You want to see what YBE did? Wow. Oh my god, dude. How could you do this? Oh my god, you guys are memeing so close to the sun right now. You guys are memeing so close to the sun right now. Oh my god. Who's the dog? Liana? Yeah, Liana's the dog. Absolutely. Wow. Amazing. Jesus, dude. Except Zena wouldn't be walking around outside. That is true, but I've been calling them Ghilaine Maxwell for days. You guys, I can't believe you've done this. I am going to get into so much trouble because of my stream chatters. Oh my god. You guys are besties. You guys are gonna get me into trouble. Ghilaine Maxwell, true. By the way, Stars, when was the last time you shit on Mio? Mio is, like, not worth my time right now. Just think of the migraines just taking this photo would what 80s pop duos. Oh, jeez, dude. M60, I appreciate you. Thank you for the raid. Okay, let's try to get through this last bit of this video. Holy moly.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this.
Yeah.
Et cetera. All of this. 28. Tagging the Amy person in this.
Yeah.
Et cetera. All of this still going on about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then, ladies and gentlemen, still texting how do you say it? Noehflake? Is that how you say
Noehflake, yeah.
Noehflake. Okay, like Snowflake, but Noehflake. Okay. Still texting Noehflake on January 25th at 11:16 p.m.
Oh, here's this one.
To everyone watching, does this sound like someone who was actually assaulted?
Whoa. Look at that. God damn.
December 27th, December 28th, tagging the Amy person in this.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. All of this still going on about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then, ladies and gentlemen, still texting how do you say it? Noehflake? Is that how you
It's
say
Snowflake, yeah.
it?
Wow.
Noehflake. Okay, like Snowflake.
Haley, thank you for once again not taking any responsibility. Also, you still owe me money for the plane ticket. I miss talking to you. Bitch, she don't owe you.
But Noehflake. Okay. Still
Yep.
texting Noehflake on January 25th at 11:16
Oh,
p.m.
here's this one.
To everyone watching, does this sound like someone who was actually assaulted? That's just unhinged behavior to me. I don't. Oh, there's more.
Oh,
This was.
here you go. From like March 14th, she sent me a friend request on Facebook.
Oh, this doesn't have a date on it, but March 14th.
It does when you like in the properties of it.
Oh, and the properties of it? I don't know.
Yeah,
how to check this.
I saved it on the day, and it was on March 14th.
Damn, this is the kill shot. Yeah. She told her not to even come. How does she owe the money for the ticket? Yeah, crazy. That is crazy. Poppy 100% used false allegations to bully her into coming back. Yeah, wow.
Was when that one was saved. But yeah, like just like she just kept like trying.
Oh, here's the can we at least pretend we're not for the
Yeah.
weekend?
Can we at least pretend we're not for the weekend? Because otherwise I don't know how to act towards you. Wow.
Otherwise, I don't know how to act towards you. And you said yes.
Yeah. And yeah. And then like she just
Imagine
Yep.
having to pretend that. Good gosh. That's so insane to me. But
oh yeah.
so
like,
she's sending you friend requests in March.
oh yeah. Like in March. Like she
Oh
was
my
still
god. What the does each Facebook account does each altar have a different Facebook account? That's a question I want to know the answer to.
trying to reach out in any possible way that she could.
That's just knuckin' futz to me. Like, and that was
Wow.
what when she tried to send you the friend request. That was the last you basically heard from her.
I think that's the last time I've ever like heard from her. Yeah.
Okay.
She constantly like
A
looks
month
at
ago.
my Twitter thread and stuff, like my Twitter pages and stuff like that. Though, like she says that she doesn't because she has me blocked, quote unquote. But like, I'll make posts and then like within a day, she'll already have like a screenshot of something that I've said and like we'll post it on her own page and like start
Yeah.
laughing at it and stuff like that. And it's like,
Well, there's always the possibility somebody else is screenshotting for her. But yeah.
yeah, but she's
Still,
so obsessive,
if you
like,
block somebody and you're posting other people's, still posting screenshots from them, that's
Yeah.
still kind of unhinged. Like, if not, they're not referring to you directly. Like, I can understand if you're
Mhm.
referring to them directly and stuff, but if that's
Yeah.
not happening, then that's just stalker behavior to me. Like, but
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to know about it. Do you have anything else?
Damn. That Photoshop picture of Poppy and Zena is perfect. It's crazy. This Poppy feels like a hugely manipulative person. It kind of pisses me off that Liana feels the need to defend them. Yeah. Liana's a f***ing idiot. That's why. Poppy calls no. Also, Poppy will dump Zena instantly for no if given the chance. Yeah. Does Poppy have a different Twitter account for all 76 altars? I think Poppy has a different Twitter account for at least 3. So I gotta head to bed, but you guys have a good night. Thank you for being here, Kissy Adair. Perfect for getting around blocks, yeah. What if Poppy's altars did 9/11? What the f***, Moist sack? Was one of the altars of like, what the f***?
Like you wanted to say, like if you could like say anything to them right now, like what would you say exactly?
Go the f- away, like forever.
Clear as day. Don't talk about you. Don't associate with
Yeah.
you. Don't try to contact you anymore. You
like,
don't want to hear
I was
from
told
them.
that I could walk away, and so I did. And Poppy just went crazy.
So just hardline. You don't ever want to speak to them again.
God no, they're crazy people. Like they're like literally destructive. Like she shouldn't even be a therapist. Like she's so dangerous.
Right.
I agree with that.
Well, I appreciate you talking to me, Noehflake.
Yeah.
I hope like nothing else comes from this. I hope that like they learn their lesson honestly and just leave you the hell alone at this point.
I don't think it'll happen, but
Probably not from what I'm reading about them, but we can only hope. So I'm gonna go ahead and if there's anything else you need to add, anything else?
no, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you talking to me. Have a good rest of your weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Thanks for
Alright, have a
clearing
good
things
stream.
up. I appreciate you coming to talk to me. And like I said, I hope everything goes well for you and you don't ever have to hear from these two unhinged people ever again.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Yeah.
Hear,
Thanks for
hear.
talking to me and have a good one.
All right, bye.
Hi. All right, ladies and gents, that was my conversation with Noehflake, the person that Poppy from Poppy and Zena was accusing of by deception in February, abuse through negligence, etc., consent violations, etc., while still attempting to contact these people or attempting to contact Noehflake. I'm sorry.
By the way, Boyster, thank you so much for the basic support. Thank you for becoming a basic supporter. Poppy all Paul. Damn, God, dude, you guys are so distracting. I'm currently working on the Poppy picture. God, dude, I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. You guys should not be watching me. I'm a terrible person. God, dude.
While Poppy is still attempting to text Noehflake and get a hold of them, again, I don't have a date on this, but this was supposedly in March, last month, the Poppy was trying to send them friend requests. So I don't, in my honest opinion, I don't believe a goddamn thing Poppy and Zena have to say about any of this. I don't believe Poppy was abused. I don't believe Noehflake was an abuser in this case. You're going to have to come with a lot better receipts than that, Poppy. I'm sorry. But yeah,
True.
that was the conversation with Noehflake. Do not contact anybody. Don't contact Noehflake. Do not attempt to contact Noehflake. Do not attempt to contact Poppy or Zena. I disavow any harassment towards any of these people. This
Agreed.
is just me putting things out to light. I do
Agreed.
not encourage under any circumstances anyone to contact them